What's up, graphic designers? Today, we're going to take a little bit of inspiration from this marketing for Emory that says, thinkers think and doers do. We are both. Similarly, we've got this poster. Some are ambitious and some are purposeful. We are both. And, this makes Emory sound like a great place. We're going to take some inspiration and produce something that says, some are scholars, some are athletes. We are both. And here we've got a visual featuring Josh. So you're going to recreate this poster. You're going to come up with your own slogan. We're going to talk about how to manipulate the logo to match the color scheme. We're going to talk a little bit about add some textures and gradient overlays. So how exactly are we going to produce something that looks a little bit like this or this? Well, the first thing that we're going to do is click File, New. And we're going to go to Print, Letter, Orientation, and Landscape. And we're going to press OK. And then we're going to grab that shape that I created for you guys, and you're going to simply click and drag it. So it's situated approximately here. You're going to go to the web albums next. You're going to find your profile. You're going to create a selection, probably using the object selection tool. You're going to press Command C, and then we're going to go to our blank, press Command V, Command T. I'm going to go to the top. I'm going to make sure that paperclip is linked, and I'm going to make it not 100%, but 33. And that looks like it's a little small, so let's make it maybe approximately 38, and that looks good. I'm going to check our source image, and I can see that her nose is right along the top of this inspiration. Likewise, this guy too. And so sure, we're going to have Seth about right there. That looks great. Okay, so we want to mask out everything outside this geometry. So I'm going to click down a layer, of course. We're going to hold Command. We're going to create a layer selection. We're going to switch up to layer 2, layer mask, and we're going to press B. And then we're going to brush in this right here. Okay, that looks awesome. All right, so what are we doing now? Well, when we check this inspirational source, we can see that they've got some cool textures in the background here and here. And what we're going to do is find our own texture. And I simply searched texture pattern, and I did a Google image search. You can find your own. I'm going to right-click this image right here. I'm going to press right-click, copy image. And we'll go to our poster. I'm going to press Command V, Command T. We're going to increase the size. And you know what I know, guys? Anytime we desaturate anything, we're always going to press Command L to apply levels, right? But we're going to do that right now in this image because we want to make the lights lighter and the darks darker. So I'm going to press Command L. And we're going to increase the darks and the midtones. So that looks a little bit like this. So we got some nice contrast. We're going to press OK. And then we want it situated right in that geometry. So I'm going to hold Command. I'm going to click that little teardrop. And we've got the selection, but I'm still in the texture layer. So let's add a layer mask. That looks great, but now I'm going to drag it beneath Seth. Oh, that's perfect. All right, so here is what I know. We want to add a little bit of color to this. So while we're on the thumbnail itself in the layers palette, what we're going to do is click Effects. And we're going to go to Gradient Overlay. And here is what I know. We've got a number of gradients that we can choose from. So if we opened up, for example, pinks, we got something that looks a little bit like this, purples, and you're going to have the opportunity to explore. And that looks kind of cool right there. I like that. I also like this. Let's go with so many options, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to go back here and let's select this one. Now, your blending mode is not in multiply. It should be in normal, right? But when it's in normal, you won't be able to see that texture. So what we're going to do is we're going to change it to multiply, and that looks great. And I'm going to press OK. Tremendous. All right. So what do we need to do now? So let's make this border similar to what we have right around this particularly Emory poster. And so I'm going to use the eyedropper tool. I'm going to grab this pinkish hue. It's sort of like pomegranate hue. And I've got it in the foreground after I selected it with the eyedropper tool. And I'm going to go to the very bottom to the background layer. I'm going to create a new layer. And I'm going to right-click out of gradient. We're going to select paint bucket. Boom. And I know, you know, that's not what we want. So I'm going to switch white to the foreground. And I'm going to create another new layer. And I'm going to click once more. Okay. So how do we create that border? Well, I'm going to press V for the move tool. And what we're going to want to do is make it like proportional or the same all the way around. And so to do that, I'm going to click on this white image right here. We're going to press Command T. And then I'm going to go to the top, and I can see that it's at 100%. And I'm going to click 100%, and I'm going to roll the mouse wheel. And so now it's at 98%. I'm going to roll it one more time, 96%. And you know what? Let's try it one more time. just to see. 95%. Yo, that looks amazing. I do like this. I like this a lot. I'm going to press check to confirm. This looks cool. And the only thing I'm going to do now is I want to shift Seth in this shape down just a tad. And let's see if we can do it if we select them all. And we're going to shift it down just a tad. So it's about right there. That looks good. All right, so let's talk about how we're going to add in the logo. You guys know what our school logos looks like. Let's manipulate that right now. I'm going to click File, Open. And I got the lab logo right here. I'm going to press Command A, Command Shift C, Command V, Command T. We're going to decrease the size. All right, we don't want the green. So here is what I know. I'm going to zoom in just a tad. And we're going to select all the green and then eliminate it. And to do that, we're going to right click the object selection tool. We're going to select the magic wand. We're going to make sure that contiguous is not checked. We want to get the green, even the green that's not touching. So I'm going to click, make a selection, press delete. And now check this out, guys. If we press Command I, that inverts the selection. So I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to press Command I, inverted the selection. All right. I'm going to use the magic wand once more. I'm going to click this interior of the star. And we don't want that dark blue. Instead, I'm going to swap that pink, that pomegranate, into the foreground. And I'm going to press Command Shift N, enter. And I'm going to left click. Hey, that looks freaking awesome. I really love that. And actually what we can do now is we can merge this star down, because right now it's on its own layer, right? We can merge it down layer 7 to layer 6 by pressing Command E. And so now I'm just gonna decrease this just a tad, and that looks good. All right, so what's left? What do we have to do? What we need to do is we need to write something inspiring, something inspirational, something that fits the language. Some are blank and some are blank. We are both. All right, so what can we do for Seth? So maybe we're gonna find some text, and I'm gonna write some are dreamers, some are artists. You guys are gonna come up with something witty and exciting, and then I'm gonna do space. We are both. Okay. And I'm gonna actually reference that original image, and they do. Some thinkers think and doers do. We are both. Some are ambitious and some are purposeful. We are both. Okay. So I'm gonna revise that text to reflect this. I'm gonna press check to confirm. This looks great. I'm gonna shift this over just a tad. And so now here is what I know. I'm going to create a new layer underneath. And how exactly are we going to actually, let's make sure we get this text just a little bit bigger. And I'm going to use the eyedropper tool, rectangular marquee, new layer underneath that text. And I'm going to make a selection that looks a little bit like this. And then we're going to make sure the add to selection is highlighted. So it's going to look a little bit like this. Paint bucket, nice. Command D to deselect. And I'm actually going to shift these over just a tad. There we go. This looks great. And you know what, guys? We're always looking for contrast. So I'm going to make this text not black, but I'm going to make it white. Beautiful. And so now this pops. This looks amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to make sure that we add the logo. We're going to be sure to add the student's name. It's going to say class of 2025, 2026, maybe 2027. We're going to have the website in the lower right-hand corner. We're going to save it as a PSD. Submit it as a JPEG. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Good luck.